What is your name and tell us about your project?
My name is Robert Woodrow Wilson. I was born in Texas in 1936. The project I became interested in was investigating radio waves in outer space. My dad was an oil well service employee, and when he would go out to the fields to work on projects, I would go with him. It was there that I first got interested in electronics. My interest in physics led me to obtain a degree from Rice University in 1957. I went to work for Bell Laboratories in 1962, which led me into the first project of developing a traveling wave maser amplifier. That is when I decided to earn my PhD.
What were you guys trying to do?
My interest was specific in investigating radio waves that were amplified and transmitted between galaxies. Bell Labs had built a large radio wave antenna, so I was able to use it sparingly in the beginning for my work. When the Telstar satellite was launched into outer space, it freed up research time with this antenna. I found that there was another researcher with the same interest by the name of Arno Penzias from Germany. We began to work together on this project. Early on, we encountered a number of problems, primarily a lot of background noise. We were unable to detect the origins of this noise. There were some who thought it was noise created by the telescope itself or even excess radiation. We even thought it might be coming from the pigeons who had built nests in the antenna, so we got rid of them along with the mess left behind. However, this noise continued, and this would eventually be resolved.
Where did this experiment take place?
These experiments were conducted at the giant antenna site in Holmdel, New Jersey at the Bell Laboratories.
What other significant events were happening around the world at that particular time?
During Arno's and my work, we had also discovered the presence of carbon monoxide and other molecules in interstellar clouds. Other events that were going on during this time was the launch on July 10, 1962 of the first telecommunications satellite, Telstar. The next day, the first successful transmission was a picture of a flag flying in front of a TV station in Andover, Maine. Also in the world at that time, John F. Kennedy was President of the United States, John Glenn was the first American to orbit space, and the Cold War began. The winner of the Nobel Peace Prize that year was Lev Landau from the USSR for his theories on condensed matter.
Who else was involved in the project?
Arno and I were working together as I mentioned earlier, but was having difficulty resolving the issue of background noise. A scientist from Princeton by the name of Robert Dicke was researching the Big Bang Theory. In talking with him, he looked at our research and determined that the noise we were hearing was actually noises from cosmic radiation. This helped to prove that the Big Bang actually did happen. Arno and I won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1978 for our research.
What was your role in this project?
My role in the research was to first find the resource available to me to conduct the project. That ended up being the antenna. I also began trying to amplify and measure radio waves between galaxies. I began my research but quickly partnered with Arno where we shared responsibilities with the same goal in mind. The first part, as I mentioned earlier, was an investigation of the mysterious noises. He and I worked at this for some time, rolling out possibilities. I was convinced that we would get the evidence we needed at some point.
What impact did your project have on the physics community?
The biggest impact on the scientific community would have to be the change from the belief of the steady state theory to that of the Big Bang theory. It has opened up new fields of research. We are now able to look back 13.8 billion years ago at the cosmos. Recently, in 2013, a spacecraft was able to capture a picture of the oldest light in the universe. Also, a discovery was made that when the universe was first formed, the surrounding temperature was 10 billion degrees Fahrenheit.
Where do you think the research will lead us into the future?
As new technical advances are discovered in space exploration, the improvements to the Hubble telescope, as well as other galactic research, new discoveries will be found. We now know, for instance, that only 5% of the universe contains matter, such as planets, stars, and galaxies. Recent new research from the Antarctic telescope spotted background imaging. The universe is not only expanding, but getting faster as it inflates. I am proud of our research and how it has contributed to opening the door to untouched space.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.